All right. Hi, everybody. Craig from URComped here. We've got another exciting interview. This is one I think it's more relevant than ever, considering none of us can actually go on trips and play in casinos because we're all in lockdown. We're filming this early April. I'm with James from Goldfire Studios, the creator of Casino RPG, which is something that we just got a special offer for URComp members. So that'll be in the link in the description, however you're consuming this video. But James, thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Glad to be here and talking with someone else while being sort of locked down.
So tell us about Casino RPG.
Yeah, so it's an online casino game, but it's sort of different than the casino games you might be used to. Basically, it's very community heavy, so we've got a lot of events during the game, and essentially, I guess the easiest way to explain it is how. Not how I would have thought to explain it, but how other people tend to explain it after they see the game. And it's basically if you combined The Sims, SimCity, and casino games. So effectively, it's like a big Vegas-style city, and all of the casinos in the city are owned and designed and managed by other players. And then you can explore the city, visit the casinos, play the casino games. So there's slots, poker, solitaire, blackjack, roulette, lottery games. We're working on craps. So there's pretty much anything you might play in a casino. You get that sort of experience virtually, and you can play it in your browser. You can play it on your iPhone, your iPad, your Android device. It's in the Windows Store and Steam as well. So it's really this sort of unique experience where you can especially for right now, where you can enjoy that in-casino experience, but virtually and more of a social, fun experience.
So there's no shelter-in-place order taking place right now in Casino RPG. People are allowed to explore the world of Casino RPG.
Yep, there are no restrictions in Casino RPG, right? There's no virus going around, so we're perfectly safe to explore and hang out with friends.
So tell me about the background. Like, how did you get into building, I guess, Casino RPG? How long ago did you start creating it? Tell me about the origin story.
So I mean, I started making games when I was in middle school, just sort of for fun as a hobby. I sort of learned how to program and do web design. So I started with websites as games and other things like that, and sort of did that all through high school. And Casino RPG actually is sort of really a sequel to one of the games that I made in high school, which was called Poker RPG. And so, as you might imagine, it was sort of similar, but it was mostly a text-based game, other than the poker aspect. And so we wanted to take it further, obviously bring in all the casino aspect, all the other casino games, but also the casino aspect of designing your casino and things like that. And so the game, I guess the origin, let's see, we started development way back in, it would have been the summer of 2012. At the time it was just me and one other part-time person, and we sort of slowly built up the game. We did a Kickstarter in the spring of 2013, and we slowly built the community from there. And we still have players that play every day that backed our Kickstarter way back in 2013, and so it's been really cool to see how the community has evolved and whatnot. And so it's the type of game where we continue to release updates every couple weeks, and we've done that now for I guess going on 7-8 years now. So it's just continued to evolve since then.
That's incredible. So it's Goldfire Studios. Casino RPG, it sounds like, is the main focus of your company?
Yeah, so I mean, we've got a couple other games, but Casino RPG is definitely our main focus and our biggest game to date.
That's awesome. So when you guys release new updates every couple weeks, because obviously you got to keep a game fresh, especially if people are playing it every day, is that like what would an example update be?
Yeah, I mean, it's all over the place. So like sometimes there'll just be some bug fixes and things like that, but a lot of times, like last fall we released hotels expansion. So originally you could just design casinos But obviously, in Vegas or cruise ships or whatever it might be, the hotel aspect and staying there is a big part of it. So, that was a big update, obviously. But sometimes we'll release a new slot machine, or probably the most common updates are content. So new items. We've got several thousand items now in the game, so you're able to design, extremely unique casinos. You can also design your own condo. There's also this aspect of crews, so it's again a very community-based game, and so crews are it's like a club or a guild, and they can actually own their own building where they can congregate and sort of show off their crew and stuff. And so there's items for that as well. Um, so content releases is really a big part of it, but maybe quarterly or so, we've got big new feature releases as well.
That's awesome. And I know I can speak to how engaging your game is, because I'm actually concerned about the URComp team, because everyone at the meeting on Monday was like, "Yeah, I played it. It's awesome." And I'm like, "Listen, don't let it affect your performance, please. I know I want everyone to try it, make sure it was cool, and they all loved it. And so I'm worried they're going to be working for like 30 minutes a day and playing your game the rest." But so these ideas that the updates, is it mainly? I mean, how do you guys come up with new ideas? Is it you come up with them? Do you players suggested, or yeah? Tell me about that idea process for new updates.
Yeah, I mean it's a really collaborative effort. So as I said, our focus from the beginning was to make this really a community effort, and so we put a big emphasis on getting things into the game that the community wants to see in the game. So we've got a big feedback forum where people can submit ideas that they'd like to see in the game, and then other people can upvote those ideas so that we can see, what things the most people want to see in the game. And so I would say probably half of our updates come directly from the feedback forum. But then other aspects, so like specific items, I mean, we'll we'll actually get suggestions for individual items, and we'll even get art submissions from people where they've like sketched up ideas and things like that, and sent those over. And so, I mean, there's certainly been instances where we'll take those sketches, give them to our artists, and be like, put this into our style and get it into the game. So that's always cool. But yeah, beyond that, it especially when it comes to items, it's definitely sort of a creative process where we'll brainstorm a lot of different ideas around a theme. So like with the cruise theme, where we've got this set of cruise items where you can decorate your casino as a cruise ship. We brainstormed several dozen different item ideas around that theme, and then we handed those off to one of our artists and let them sort of let their creative juices flow and come up with items, and sort of went from there. So yeah, we get sort of everyone involved with the process.
Well, I'm glad you brought up the cruise items, because that is something that we were introduced through great gentleman David Matthews. And yeah, we started talking about how, since obviously yours is people that like to play in casinos like playing your game, we obviously have an audience of casino players, so how can we work together? And it was amazing how quickly you guys were able to turn around cruise themed items and URComp type stuff. So why don't you maybe tell us what did you guys design for the URComped family?
Yeah, so our thinking was, there's currently no ocean in the casino RPG world. That may be a future update, but so we didn't have anywhere to park an actual cruise ship, but we figured, we could enable players to turn their land-based casino into a virtual cruise casino, and so basically our thinking was come up with a set of items, a broad enough set of items that could then be used to decorate a casino to make it look like a cruise ship. So one of the things that we thought of was putting porthole windows that have animations of like the ocean going by on the outside, so you can really make it look like you're in a cruise ship when you go inside that casino, and things like that. Tropical themed items, anchors, and we've got a big smokestack or whatever they're called on the cruise ship that you can stick right there in the center as sort of your centerpiece. And things of that nature.
Awesome. Well, I know I'm excited to check it out, and I'd love to hear anybody in the URComp family that's watching this that has played Casino RPG. There is a promo code again. It's going to be in the link, and you'll get some items from signing up. So I'd love to hear what you guys think of the game and what you thought of the little URComp Easter eggs that are in there. So the actual gameplay, there's like you mentioned, you're building craps in the game. You have a lot of other table games and slot machines. Did you consult or work with any actual like casino people, or how did you actually get that piece of the puzzle into the game?
So yeah, all of the games are actually original IP, original slot games and things like that. We don't actually have anyone on the team with a casino background, although we are based in Oklahoma City. Obviously, there's a lot of tribal casinos in Oklahoma. So we have actually consulted with two of the different tribes here in Oklahoma, more on the management aspect. So we wanted to find out more about, running a casino and, the different roles and processes involved with that so that we could build that into our simulation because, beyond just playing the casino games, there is the aspect of managing your own casino. And then, just a lot of research, visiting casinos, and that's always a good research trip.
Yeah.
To get references. So, we've actually looked into, potentially licensing, Vegas slot games and things like that you might see in a real casino. That's something that might happen in the future. But at the moment, all of the games that we've got are original, and you can only find them in Casino RPG.
Awesome. And I guess last question, how has engagement on your platform gone up in this time with everyone being quarantined?
We've actually seen a pretty big uptick, probably, I would say somewhere in the range of about 25% increase in basically like time spent. And part of that is there's a big, so we've been running events, social events to, give people something to do while they're just sort of stuck at home. But the cool thing has been players have actually organized a lot of events on their own, quarantine killer events and things like that. They've been coming up with different names, and there's been a World Series of Poker event set up in the game, slot leagues, different things like that. So actually just last night, so we've got a monthly crew war event that happens, which is basically you team up with your friends and compete to playing 6 different casino games, and you compete to score the highest points over a 3-day period. That just wrapped up for March a day or two ago. And so, those have all been really sort of pumping up the engagement, and it's been cool to see, especially the community sort of get involved with that.
That's amazing. Well, again, guys, there's a special link that will be in the description somewhere. So click on that if you want to check it out. There's you get a special promotion for signing up as a URComp member. And James, thank you so much. I've heard nothing but great things about the game, about your team. So I'm excited to hear what the URComp family thinks about the game. So thanks for your time today.
Yeah, thanks so much. I can't wait to see everyone in the game.